Right folks, welcome back to Celtic Fans TV. It's time for another starting 11 prediction, this time for Thursday's game at Celtic Park in the Europa League against Lazio. It's the first time the clubs have ever faced each other. Lazio have had their worst start to a Serie A season for 8 years. They're currently sitting 7th. They came from 3-0 down at half time on Saturday to rescue a 3-3 draw with Atalanta. They have Fiorentina away on Sunday, so hopefully this game sandwiched in between those two huge domestic games for them. Hopefully we'll see some changes and they'll have one eye on their Serie A fixture at Fiorentina on Sunday, and we can capitalise on that. For Celtic, obviously a great win at the weekend, currently sitting top of Group E, so if we can get a victory here it'll be absolutely huge for us, and it'll put us in pole position to make the last 32, which will be a great position having only played 3 games. In goals, we'll start with Fraser Foster, no doubt about that one. Very easy game for him again on Saturday there. I think I can only remember him making one save with his foot from Ross Stewart in the second half. On to right back, obviously Jeremy Frimpong played so well on Saturday. Everybody was singing his praises, and rightly so. He's came into the team, he's had a great impact. Really interesting to hear Neil Lennon saying as well that having watched him in training, he just couldn't not put him in the team because his training performance was so high. So he's done so well. I think he is a little bit young though, to throw him into a game of this magnitude. I think we should still be careful with him by all means in domestic games, particularly at home. It's a great opportunity for him to learn and grow in first team football. But on Thursday I expect us to go back to Hatem El Ahmed. It would be between him and Bauer, I think, as I said in my starting 11 prediction for the Ross County game. El Ahmed is the one I favour over them. I think he's got a little bit more about him from what we've seen so far. So I think it will be El Ahmed. Centre half pairing, Julian and Aya. Again, relatively easy game for them on Saturday. Obviously, all one-way traffic. We were very, very attacking. We had Ross County pinned back for most of the game. I think they had 1 or 2 ventures forward. So that was an easy game for them. They're going to have to be massively concentrated for 90 minutes in this game though, if it is going to be Immobile up front. For Lazio, he's got 9 goals in 8 games, bags of quality that we know all about. There is some speculation in my preview with Sean McIntosh from the Lazzali. He did say that maybe Immobile could be rested because of that big game against Fiorentina that they have on Sunday, that maybe Felipe Caicedo could start. But those two are going to need a big performance. Differences between obviously Immobile and Caicedo. Caicedo being a more physical player, Immobile clever, great movement, goal scorer, born goal scorer. So they two will have to be at the top of their game. Left back, Bolingoli, no two ways about that one. I thought he done well on Saturday too. Almost gets first Celtic goal. Obviously knocked it goalward and El Yunusi tapped it in. So Bolingoli left back. Into midfield, huge area of the park for us. When I was talking to Sean about how Lazio set up and what the weaknesses might be in their game, he did say that depending on who starts in their midfield, they can be very attack minded. If it's Milinkovic, Savic and Alberto, they're very forward thinking players, so he thought that could be an area we could exploit. In midfield for us, it's obviously going to be Scott Brown alongside Callum McGregor. Scott Brown, we know what we're getting for him. He's a huge performance, leading the team, played so many of these European nights at Celtic Park. Callum McGregor got on the score sheet on Saturday, another one that hit the post. That was his 4th goal of the season. I think that's something we can see him do a lot more. In the past, when he's maybe played, I think a couple of seasons ago, playing out for the left-hand side, he got a lot more goals. Obviously, his role in the team has changed now, but I think that's something that he can do a lot more. And I think his goal tally should be a lot higher than it was last season. Those two need to have a big game, and in front of them, Ryan Christie, I fully expect him to come back in. He's so important for us in terms of setting a tempo, in terms of pressing. This is so big for us in Europe when we're playing a team who are coming to Celtic Park. They're not in brilliant form themselves, so there's maybe a wee bit of insecurity there. If we can get a huge atmosphere, big crowd, and put them under pressure for the word go, I think we can get at Lazio, and Ryan Christie will be a huge part of that, setting the tempo, pressing defenders, and his energy in midfield, his runs linking up with Edouard. Hopefully he can bring that form that we've seen most games from him this season. Right hand side, James Forrest got his 8th goal of the season on Saturday. That's 8 goals and 9 assists for him now. Could have had 1 or 2 more as well. Big game for him. I think depending who Lazio play on the left hand side, if it is going to be Lulic, who's ageing, Radu, left centre half as well, if they're playing a back three, Lulic will be the wing back. I think Forrest can get at them with his pace if he's direct and brave and takes risks. I think we can get some joy down that side of Lazio's defence, so it'll be a big game for Forrest. And on the left hand side, could easily have been man of the match on Saturday, Mohamed El Yunusi. I think it's the best performance we've seen from him in a Celtic shirt so far. Some of his link-up play in the first half was irresistible. He linked up with Edouard really, really well. A few nutmegs, even a Rabona in there. You could really see that class oozing from him that we've expected since he arrived. So big game for him. The one thing I have said about El Yunusi already that's really impressed me is his work rate. He works so hard for the team, and there is going to be times in this game where we have to defend as a team. We might even have to weather spells of pressure as well. So he'll be massive for us. It'll be too soon for Mikey Johnson. Obviously, we haven't seen him back from his injury yet. So fully expect El Yunusi on the left hand side. And up top, there's only one man for the job. It is obviously Odsonne Edouard. Brilliant again on Saturday. I thought it was harsh to take the second goal away from him and give it as a Fontaine own goal. I know it kind of hits Fontaine twice, but I'd give it to Edouard, and I think if you were a goal scorer, you'd be pretty raging if they gave it to the defender for an own goal. But his link-up play was brilliant, as I've already mentioned, with guys like McGregor and El Yunusi. He was absolutely superb. He got the assist for McGregor's goal as well. He was linked with Lazio, interestingly, in the summer, so I think we could be seeing a big performance from him. We know he's a big game player. In these games, he always brings a high level, and we need that from him. We need him to link up to play well. We need him to get us up the park, and he's fully capable of doing that. And as always, we know if we get a chance, there's every chance he will take it. That's the team I'm going with. Like the video, comment with your own thoughts below. Let us know who you think is going to start at right back. Do you expect Christie to come back in the 10? And do you expect there to be any other changes for Saturday's team against Ross County? If you haven't already, you can jump over and watch my preview with Sean McIntosh from the Latsali. And don't forget, you can donate to the Celtic Park Sleep Out. The Just Giving link is below. We've reached our target today, which is absolutely incredible, just 7 days after launching the Just Giving page. We have reached our target, but anything you can donate would go to a wonderful cause. We've still got 3 weeks until the sleep out, so the more we can raise for a wonderful cause, the better. That's it. We'll see you at Celtic Park on Thursday night with all the post-match reaction. Thank you.